E aí galera, beleza? Tô chegando aí pra continuar a gameplay, né, de Bald by Flame. Hoje eu dei uma diminuída aí na webcam pra, né, não atrapalhar os diálogos que tem ali, que aparecem uns diálogos ali no canto, então eu diminui um pouco a webcam pra melhorar aí pra vocês, certo? Então vamos continuar daqui onde é que a gente parou. Os meus níveis aqui eu vou ter que pôr tudo de novo, não salvou essa parte. Então vamos pôr, né? Bom, aqui tem duas espadas, ó. Tem essa aqui. Ela tira mais dano, mas é mais devagar. Vou ficar com essa. Ficar com ela. E essa daqui. Essa aqui é melhor, hein? Mordedoras é bem melhor que as outras. Vamos ver agora os nossos levels aqui. Luta. Por enquanto o que eu vou fazer... Eu vou, né? Mexer nisso aqui, ó. Olha só. Tempo de carga de assalto, mais menos 25%. Essa aqui eu vou pôr mais 30%. E aqui, capacidade de interrupção com armas pesadas mais 10%. Bom, nem lembro mais. Aqui diminui resistência e interrupção, vem depois. Capacidade de interrupção. Essa aqui é bom, ó, dá a probabilidade de golpe crítico mais 20%. E capacidade de interrupção em mais 100%. Permite bloquear ataques pela retaguarda. Foi essa que eu coloquei ontem, né? Tem mais tempo para contra-atacar. Vamos pôr, né? Essa aqui, ó. Isso aqui. Bloquear ataque pela retaguarda. É isso aqui. E aqui... Apasionado. Isso aí. Dá uma retornada, ver se vai salvar.
Not this way. I'm not going back to that temple.
Vamos falar aqui com a Sybil.
Sybil, can I talk to you?
Yes?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What do you want to know?
Vamos perguntar, né? Usar todos os diálogos aqui com ela.
So Alas is your father?
Yes. And yes, he is the leader of the Red Scribes.
That's handy for you.
You are so predictable. Daddy's little girl can do whatever she wants, right? Don't fool yourself. I'm endlessly having to prove myself more than any other scribe. My father doesn't treat me better than the others, and I expect no less from him.
At least that explains why you look like you just stepped out of a library. I guess he encourages you?
Yes, of course. But I'm big enough to make my own choices. Knowledge fascinates me, and I suppose it would have been like that whoever my father was.
Ela tá em busca de conhecimento, hein?
Can you tell me more about your order?
Of course. The Red Scribes are an order of sages. Our quest is to find the answers to all the great mysteries of this world.
And so you know about magic?
We study magic from an essentially theoretical viewpoint, but we're not an order of magicians. Even though some of us practice healing magic, but we have nothing to do with the destructive power magic used by the Lords of the Frozen Shadows, and we know very little about that domain, unfortunately.
I see. But that doesn't mean you can't research it, huh?
Obviously, especially now. Any knowledge which would help us turn this war around would be helpful. But according to our archives, we were already studying magic more than 5 centuries ago.
Oh, really?
Não viu que ela sabe sobre o Senhor de Gelo ainda, né?
What do you know about the Ice Lords?
As much as it is possible to know without having met them. In some ways, they're quite fascinating, even though the term might seem inappropriate.
Como matamos?
Perfect. How do we kill him?
If I knew that, do you think I would keep it to myself? But I can tell you this, we do believe it's possible. We know that there are 7 lords: Black Storm, Lady Crystal, Marshal Winters, the White Lady, Lord Blackfrost, the Chiller, and the Ice Duchess.
Everybody knows that. We've had our asses kicked by them enough.
For sure. But in the past, there were more of them. Some scrolls talk of 9 or a dozen, even of 30 lords. Of course it's confusing, and I doubt they would have freely given the information of how to kill one of them. But you can bet that some of them have died. We just have to discover how.
Bom, tem 7 Senhor do Gelo ali, então.
Where did they come from?
Most people believe that the lords appeared recently, at the beginning of the war. But I have found certain scrolls that lead me to believe they have been around more than 300 years. They are originally from a region far to the north of Vertiel. For a long time, they remained there. The beginning of their conquest is quite recent. We all think that the war started 10 years ago, but in fact, it is much longer, maybe even the last century. It took them a long time to escape from their region of origin. The dwarf kingdoms were in their way, and they put up a fight.
You had me going there for a moment. I'm sorry, but dwarves? Save it for the children.
But you're wrong. The dwarves did exist, but the Ice Lords exterminated them.
Right. And I bet they also massacred all those poor dragons and goblins.
You know that dragons and goblins don't exist. You're impossible.
Tem algum ponto fraco que podemos explorar?
Do they have any weaknesses that we could exploit?
Not that I know of. All of the Ice Lords are powerful sorcerers. They are far more powerful than all the other magicians. They have an unlimited army. If they have a weakness, it's not that.
But in spite of all of this, you think there is something?
I do. We often imagine the Ice Lords as a vast megalithic power. But that's not true. In fact, they desperately hunger for power. Just because they pooled their powers to create the Deadwalker army doesn't mean they like each other. Their balance of power is precarious. As soon as they are done with destroying Vertiel, they'll probably start killing each other.
Sure, but that doesn't help us much if we have to wait until they're done.
Perhaps there is a way to stir up the tensions between them. Even if for the moment, I can't think how.
Let's change the subject.
Bom, por enquanto tá bom.
We need to talk about your combat style.
What do you want me to do?
Defende.
I know you want to help me, but you gotta stay alive to do that. Think of defending yourself a little.
You're right. I will try to be more careful.
I'd like to ask...
What do you want to know?
Depois eu pergunto isso aqui, galera. Vamos, né? Batalhar um pouco.
They're all around us.
Já comecei bem. Vamos lá.
What a fascinating creature. I have to make some notes on it.
É uma criatura fascinante. Só que ela mata nós. Tem uma facilidade incrível também. Isso aí, menina. Tem que defender. E depois tu me cura, hein? Eita. Vamos lá. Eita, não. Muito bem. Eita, que tem mais. O jogo sugeriu, né, pra mim a gente aumentar ali. Deixa a menina em paz. Novo level. Aqui deu mais coisa. Só isso? Vamos ver o que dá pra gente pôr agora. Vida máxima aumenta. Mula. Aumenta o peso. Afortunado. Esse aqui não dá. Vou colocar esse aqui. Esse aqui que eu vou colocar, galera. Depois, né? Calma aí. Volta um pouco. E aqui, vamos investir por enquanto na espada, né? Recuperação mais rápida ao bloquear. Beleza. Tem mais um ponto. Tem mais tempo para contra-atacar. Contra-ataque certeiro, né? Depois desse. E aqui. Vamos nessa. Daqui a pouco a gente vai estar no expert já. Com essa espada, hein?
Not this way. I'm not going back to that temple.
Vamos lá. Vamos ver o que ela descobriu.
Sybil, can I talk to you?
Yes?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What do you want to know?
Conta o que observou da fauna.
So then, any result from the study of all these creatures of the swamps?
I have discovered a few things about the small chrysalids. They are much faster, but it seems that they can only attack from close up, using their pinchers. I also noticed that the medium-sized chrysalids were slower than small ones, but they, however, can fire tiny projectiles.
Você pode contar-me do mundo coração.
What can you tell me about the world heart?
Many of the people on Vertial believe that the world heart is just a myth. There are many different beliefs from one region to another, but most of them have more in common than not.
The world heart is where life and prosperity are born. I've already heard that crap.
If we were to imagine Vertial as a living being, the world heart is exactly what it sounds like, the heart of the world. It's what keeps the world alive. It beats, and Vertial lives from its energy. If you wish, I can try to learn more about it. Come back and see me in a few days.
Beleza. Sabe o que passou no tempo?
Do you know what happened to me in the temple?
I'm still searching for an explanation. Something must have gone wrong during the ritual.
But what was the god's damn ritual supposed to do?
The Red Scribes have always had quite limited magical skills. I believe that the ritual was meant to increase their magical powers to try and find a way of combating the Ice Lords. But instead of channeling pure energy into each of the scribes, the ritual called forth a conscience that settled in you.
Your father called it a demon. How come I got stuck with it?
A demon? That reminds me of the old texts, but I couldn't say if that's what it is. You were standing right there, so that force flowed into you. It could have been my father, or any of us, I guess.
Well, that's just great. What do I do now?
I would dearly like to help you. But even though I have searched through all the texts I have here, I can find no reference to anything like this experience of yours, at least for now. But until we have found out more, you must try to fight against this thing. Do not allow it to get comfortable. We don't know what its intentions are or how powerful it is. It could be dangerous for you.
Beleza, vamos largar. Aqui já tem umas, ó.
This
Vamos lá.
swamp is teeming with life. I can't wait to discover all the species that live here. There is so much to be learned.
Tá, beleza, então eu posso dar ordens. Eu já dei a minha ordem pra ela. Defende. Deixa eu ver o mapa, cadê o mapa agora? Tá aqui, já até esqueci, né?
I thought that nature had taken over again here in the swamp, but I sense there is something else.
Que bicho chato. Vamos na história, né?
Hawk told me a lot about you.
Really? He's not normally much of a talker. Did you torture him or something?
Me viu já.
No, I mean, it wasn't a big deal. I just think he has a lot of respect for you, that's all.
Não deixou nada, não? Tem mais inimigo ali. Sei se eu vou conseguir passar. Volta, volta. Olha só. Bom, Novo level. É isso aí. Veja o que dá pra fazer. Vamos colocar, né? Um por um. Precisa mais 12 pra... Depois eu vou colocar este. E aqui... Calma aí. Afortunado. Depois eu quero ver se eu acho que eu vou colocar este. O que mais tem aqui pra gente? Espadachim, aporreador, assassino. Probabilidade de golpe crítico com adagas 2%. Custo de feitiço de fogo menos 10%. Isso aqui é bom, hein? Tem muito tempo ainda pra gente escolher aí o que a gente vai pôr. Eu quero ir lá na missão. Olha o caminho, né, que eu tô pegando. O pior caminho possível. Eita! Aumenta a minha magia também, menina. Vamos lá, Silvio. Olha esses bichos. Esse toco aqui.
I hear they call you Vulcan? Why is that?
Look, all us freeborn blades have a nickname. We leave the past behind, and whatever we were before doesn't matter in the company.
So what do you do now then?
You know, I blow things up.
I still
Stuff
haven't
like
thanked
that.
you for everything you did at the temple.
Well, same here, I think. Now, what did you people do to me anyway? Where does this power come from?
Your captain asked my father the same questions.
Vem pra cá,
I have
Silvio.
no idea what happened, I
Eu vou
swear
fazer
it.
uma coisa.
But we're going to do everything we can to find out.
Vem, Silvio. O que ela tá fazendo? Vem pra cá.
It's amazing we have no records of these animals.
Ali tem mais. Não vou lá não agora. Vamos pra missão.
Hey, this guy's fucking fearless. Let's help him out before it goes bad for him.
Despite his determination, the knight was in an awkward position. He thanks the mercenary for having assisted him in his task. If he can trust the rumors that he hears around the village, he has before him the one called Vulcan. He has the pleasure of welcoming the mercenary to the village.
And you are?
The knight is called Randval, last survivor of the Order of the Ember Knights, and now protector of Valvenor, this village. The new arrival is most welcome, but the steward is waiting in the old village inn.
Outro level pra gente. Ali tem um negócio, vamos pegar, né? Vamos pôr já. Vamos pôr essas aqui agora. Vamos lá. Dá uma focada na história. E depois, quando eu for pegar item, né? Eu vou fazer um vídeo separado aí, onde eu vou estar...
This is Valvenor. It is not a beautiful place, but for the time being, it seems to be unknown to the Deadwalker army. This village has known better days. Before the war, it was popular among the rich hunters who came to enjoy the ample game in the swamps. Today, the only visitors are refugees, who are sadly too numerous for the scant resources of the village. A small healing house provides comfort and succor to the injured. The knight is quite fond of Mirana, the healer who runs the place. Does the mercenary see the building opposite? It was once an inn, but it is now the residence of the steward, the man now in charge of the village.
This is a very large inn, considering the size of the village. There must have been many visitors before the war.
With any luck, we might get to sleep in a real bed tonight.
Por que fala desse modo?
How come you talk that way? Always in the third person.
The way people speak is different from one place to another, and I am from another place. The knight's people are a warrior tribe from Algandar, and he is proud of them.
Onde posso encontrar o intendente?
Where can I find the steward?
As the knight said, the steward is in the old inn, the big building in the middle of the village.
What does the steward want with me?
The captain has offered the services of the freeborn blades to the steward. The steward must have orders for the mercenary.
Shit. I'm gonna get stuck being this guy's errand boy. Damn! I knew I should have gone with the rest of the company. What can you tell me about this backwater town?
This village is a modest one, and its reserves are almost gone. Its only strength is its isolation in these swamps, but that is also its greatest weakness.
I already figured it was some kind of shithole.
That the refugees and the villagers must live together is difficult, and the situation is worsened by there not being enough food. The swamp offers protection against the Deadwalkers, but it also harbors many dangers. Its creatures often attack the village. When the knight and the elf are not there to defend the walls, the watch often leave them unguarded. Shameless.
I'm going.
Vamos olhar aqui embaixo agora. Como é que eu vou lá? Dá pra descer, né? Pegar as coisas. Nada aqui. Sai da frente, sim, meu. Esse não tem mais. Tem um cara ali.
A good day to you, soldier. I do believe that today is your lucky day.
Really? What are you gonna try to sell me?
Sell? Oh, now you're trying to make me feel bad. No, unfortunately I have nothing left to sell. Other than some first-hand information that will surely be of use to you.
Information? What information?
Hey, you know what? Some kind of reward would be appreciated. It's just that with the war, we have so little left.
Toma,
Here,
20.
take this. What do you have?
Apparently, the Red Scribes have found a way to win the war. They found someone capable of breathing fire, who's gonna burn up the Ice Lords just by looking at them.
I don't believe it. You took my money for that? You fucking with me?
I swear, it's true. Please, we're starving.
I'll let it slide this time, but don't you ever try to rip me off again, unless you're tired of using your hands.
Sou eu, cara. É ele, né? Que lança fogo. O que o cara disse?
I wanted to ask you. How are things going with the guards?
Oh, we don't see them too much around here. They're basically here to guard the village. They don't give a shit about the refugees, so they keep their distance. And I hope for the steward's sake that he's not counting too much on them to keep him safe. I've seen lots of soldiers on the road, but as useless as them, never.
Have you ever met the steward?
He came to see the refugees several times, but I never spoke to him. I got the impression he couldn't stand us. He's the boss and we're the little people, see?
The life of a refugee can't be easy.
I've been a refugee for years. 5 to be exact. All these years on the road. And believe me, it's never easy. But this village is a pretty good place. The healing house gives us food most of the time, and we're safe. That's not bad.
Right,
Valeu.
I'm leaving.
Lá tô vendo um item já. Não pega nada do baú? Beleza. O búfalo aqui. Vamos lá com esse também.
Oh there, Powder Man. You still didn't manage to blow yourself up?
Pretty quiet around here, huh?
Yeah, too quiet for my taste. Do you really imagine the Deadwalkers are going to forget about this place just because this swamp is dangerous?
No, but it'll slow them down. Maybe we'll see them coming.
Ha! You can bet your ass they're already here. There's something in the air that stinks, and I don't mean the locals either. I feel like the Ice Lords are watching us. Right now.
Tá, ele vai repetir o negócio? Tem umas quantas perguntas.
I have a few questions for you. How are the Freeborn Blades holding up?
We left some blood on the stones in the temple, but most of the company got away all right. But if we don't get some new recruits soon, things are gonna get serious. The captain has sent some men ahead to Karalthas. I hope they manage to pick up a few recruits, and they're not too scabby.
Is there anybody in this village worth recruiting?
See for yourself. There isn't a single man amongst the guards or the refugees that knows which end of a sword you're supposed to hold. We'll just have to wait. And be careful.
Conseguiu sobreviver ao templo.
So, you made it out of the temple then?
I did. I suppose my time's not up yet. I guess that'll cause more gossip amongst the youngsters. The eternal survivor. My balls. There are some days when I wish it would be over.
I tell you, you'll be the one that buries all of us. Do you think we can win against the Deadwalker army?
Against the Deadwalker army? No chance. Now, the Ice Lords, that's another question.
What do you mean?
Only that sometimes you have to try to chop off the head, you know? That bunch of walking corpses wouldn't be any trouble at all if there was no one to guide them.
I guess you're right, but I don't think that makes the task any simpler.
There was a time way back, you know, when there were so many of us in the company, several hundred, that the captain decided to delegate. So he chose 2 lieutenants. Those 2 assholes fought over how to share out the men for weeks. They both wanted to take the best men for their group. And the result? We had our asses handed to us by an army that was hardly more numerous than we were. I guess what I'm trying to say is that the Deadwalkers are just the same. You've got 7 bosses, and each one of them wants to control everything.
So if we were able to set them against each other...
Now you're thinking straight. I don't know how we could do it, but I'm sure that it's possible.
See you later.
Valeu, Buffalo. Vamos lá. Tem outra porta, hein? Ali tem uns caras. O que é isso aqui? Será que eles vão dar missão?
My goodness, let's see. You're not pissing blood, you're not vomiting your guts out. Both legs are in place and they seem to be holding you upright. Congratulations. It looks like you'll pull through. And now you'll excuse me, but I have other miracles to accomplish, and not much time to devote to people in your condition.
Tenho pinta de refugiado.
Take it easy there, Doc. I'm with the Freeborn Blades. I'm not one of your refugees.
You could be Blackstorm himself for all I care. Now get out of my way, I have things to do.
Ficou brava?
You again? I told you I'm very busy. Now leave me alone. You again? I told you I'm very busy. Now leave me alone.
Então tá. Então tá bom. E esse cara aí? Vamos pegar ali o item primeiro.
Yeah, who are you? One of them fucking mercenaries, right?
Fucking mercenary, yeah. Sounds about right.
You know what I call your lot? Ore blades. And I got no time for ores.
Colocar essa aqui, mercenário ou não, todos estamos na mesma merda.
We're all in the same boat. Mercenaries, refugees, useless guards. We're all fighting the Deadwalkers.
You mean until the Ice Lords make you a better offer, get lost, ore blade? Stupid wreck. You again? I thought I made myself clear. I got no money to employ you. Now fuck off.
Os caras tão aqui. Será que a culpa é minha? Eu coloquei o diálogo errado? Sei de nada. O que é aquilo lá? Metal bruto.
Here we go. Another one of these hick refugees. There's nothing for you here.
Open your eyes, Smithy. I'm one of the Freeborn Blades.
Of course. I'm guessing you have need of my precious services. Alas, nothing that would truly put my talent and virtuosity to the test, I'd imagine. Such is the sad lot of the true artiste in times of war. So, what can I do for you?
Mostra o que tem pra vender.
Show me what you have for sale.
Ah, gold. So vulgar to work with. So wonderful to own.
Ele tem umas armas aqui. Tem esse treco, esse empaladora, dolor. Dolor é melhor que a minha espada, hein? É melhor, mas eu não vou comprar. Astutas. Vamos ver o que mais tem para falar com ele.
So, you have returned. What is your desire?
I need more info about Valvanor.
And you have decided that I have a sympathetic face. It's the story of my life. Talent worthy of a king's ransom, but surrounded by cretins who only seek that which is free.
Que pode contar acerca do entender?
What can you tell me about the steward?
Oh, don't expect me to say anything bad about Bertolf Chambriad. I'm not always in agreement with him, but I can see that he knows his business. And he keeps the village relatively safe.
What can you tell me about the steward?
Oh, don't expect me to say anything bad about Bertolf Chambriad. I'm not always in agreement with him, but I can see that he knows his business. And he keeps the village relatively safe.
Há muito elfo pela zona.
It's not often you see an elf blending in with other cultures. Are there many of you here in Valvanor?
To my knowledge, I was the only one. That is, until Prince Arundel and his acolyte arrived. Does that pose a problem for you?
Not at all.
Well, it does for me. His Majesty the Prince of Imbeciles is going to bring us nothing but trouble.
Conhece a mulher do dispensário?
Do you know the woman who runs the healing house?
Oh, but of course. She's all one hears about lately. Everyone here will tell you that she's a courageous woman, fighting a noble battle. Everyone but me. The woman's insane. There are already far too many mouths to feed in this camp. Clearly, she's fully aware of this, yet she stubbornly insists on making things worse.
O que sabe sobre os escribas?
And the Red Scribes? Know anything about them?
Oh, certainly. A boring bunch of fusspots, spreading science and preaching the good word while never suspecting that anyone might see through their little game.
Our game? Well, pray tell, give us the details. Please, give us the benefit of your extensive knowledge.
I don't pretend to know about all their little plots. I spend very little time with them, and frankly, I couldn't possibly care less about them. But I am fully aware that pretty speeches serve no better purpose than manipulating minds. They're nothing more than noisy masks behind which hides a reality that is far uglier. The more the melody is sweet, the better it distracts you. And is there anything more disgustingly melodious than the discourse of a red scribe?
When it comes to disgusting discourse, you seem to be something of an expert.
Esse é dos meus. Não quer saber se tá junto ou não, ele fala na cara. A guria ali do escriba roxo, ele falou mesmo assim. É assim que tem que ser, hein? Vamos ver se aqui ele vai repetir.
What can you tell me about the steward?
Oh, don't expect me to say anything bad about Bertolf.
Tá repetindo.
Let's talk about something. I'll be back.
That's an excellent idea.
É, tá bom então. Uma excelente ideia, diz ele. Cadê minha missão? Dá mais uma olhada ali, ó. Pegar mais uns trecos. Eu sou um explorador, galera. Sou explorador pra caramba. Então eu vou explorar tudo que tem aqui pra explorar. Eu peguei alguma coisa. Calma aí, que onde é que é agora? Griba, vou saber o que. Cadê agora? Mordedoras. Ah lá, ó. Balança de emergência. Peitoral de mercenário. E aqui temos uma outra bota. Já coloca ela. Cadê a entrada? É no outro lado. É aqui?
Swamp is our best defense. Happily, the wildlife are just as keen on attacking the deadwalkers as they are the villagers. But the situation here in Valvanor grows worse daily. And each new wave of refugees increases the risk of drawing unwanted attention to this jungle.
No Ice Lord scouts who find this village will ever escape to tell the tale. Of that, I can assure you. Also, my men are reinforcing your defenses. Forgive me for saying, but you have some serious weak points. Especially the defenses around that refugee camp of yours.
The arrival of the Freeborn Blades and the Red Scribes has greatly improved our chances of survival, Captain. Believe me when I say that we are most grateful to have you with us. Needless to say, your men and the Red Scribes are welcome and free to go where they will. But as for any other newcomers, our gates are closed. You must understand that our food stores are as limited as our abilities to defend our village. Until you arrived, we had but one person who was even vaguely capable of treating our injured, and the case of Prince Orendil was completely beyond her skills. And there is this beast story, doubtless another fairy tale, the fruit of an alcohol-addled brain. Nonetheless, several of the Watch have gone missing. Something hidden in these swamps is causing these disappearances, but we cannot risk sacrificing any more of the few men remaining to us on sending patrols. Large groups entail moving chrysalids that are unmanageable. The others quite simply do not return.
Silence.
If I were to listen to everyone, I would need 10 times the number of men I have to verify the truth of every tale.
Enough. You must aid me to do this. I am not able to do that. Your endless wailings are unbearable.
In the name of... Vulcan?
But by the gods, man, what is...
This world is condemned. The cold hath invaded its ground, its souls, and its heart. Yet here you stand, weaving your limbs like fish taken from the water. Miserably shuffling about to conserve the illusion of warmth and life, and not feel the passing of your last breath, while I must endure your wailings and lamentations. Pitiful.
Vulcan, stop this nonsense immediately.
It is not he who speaks. All doth fall to ruin about you. Yet you still bewail your loose bowels and vomitings. You cannot vanquish your dead walkers, no more than you can vanquish their necromancer masters. They draw their power from the very heart of the world. They drink it, they suckle it dry. Your only chance to cleanse what your own have corrupted is to go to the World Heart and liberate it from its servitude.
The World Heart is a myth, a forgotten fairy tale, no more real than dragons or dwarves.
A myth. Continue hiding behind thy puny barricades, and thou wilt soon join thy myths and fairy tales.
Cease your pretense. I know you have returned to consciousness.
What the hell happened? I was just listening to the steward blabbing away with the captain, and then...
And then you lost control.
I don't know, it's like something in my head zapped me so it could use my mouth. But I was still there, still thinking what I was saying.
This is not the first time you have felt this presence manifest itself.
No. No, it's been there since the temple. It's also in my dreams. I think...
Interesting. It would seem that your body is host to some... And it is clearly a spirit of fire.
No kidding. I got a demon in my head.
Something of the kind. In truth, I could not say what it is. Not yet, at least.
Don't make me laugh. After all, it's your disciples that let this thing out of its cage, right?
That has nothing to do with it. Do you have any idea of the implications of this incident?
Não é para tanto. Acabo dando medo em todo mundo. É, aqui tá dizendo que é melhor deixar em paz, né? Algo assim.
If it happens again a couple of days from now, they'll all start spitting and throwing rocks at me. I guess I'll have to watch out.
I fear that is the least of your worries. Obviously, you haven't understood. The thing that is inside you, it wishes you ill. There is not enough space inside you for two souls. That demon wants your body. It will control you more and more until it has replaced you completely.
Ha! Thou thinkest I crave the body of a mortal? I am a prisoner here. My place is in the World Heart.
It will not hesitate to lie to you, to tell you that which you wish to hear, so that you will allow it to consume you.
I never asked for this cage. I never asked to be forced to hear thy every thought. It is I who have been invaded.
It speaks to you. Do not listen to it. Cast it from you. If you do not resist, it will crush your soul.
Hey, take it easy. One day at a time, okay? I'm gonna take a walk.
Beleza, então. Vou ter um novo level agora. Vamos falar mais um pouco nesse tio aqui. Esse tio é sábio, hein? Deu um bug ali, galera. Ficou o negócio por cima da... Um hermano em perigo. Buscar a pillar. Falhemos nessa. Aqui tem os animais, né? Dá pra ver os pontos fracos. E tal. O que eu tô fazendo? Ficou esse treco do mapa, não sei se vocês perceberam, em cima do diálogo. Ficou bem estranho, hein? Atrapalhou um pouco aí, mas a culpa não foi minha, galera.
I am busy, mercenary. Go do what you're getting paid for.
Não quer papo. Ele não quer papo. Vamos ver o que é que tem mais pra cá agora.
The Order of the Freeborn Blades is of great repute, and the mercenary does honor to its name. The mercenary's powers are both astonishing and fascinating. The knight would like to duel with the mercenary, that he may judge the mercenary's strength.
Vamos lutar então.
Sure. I can never turn down a good fight. But maybe we should take it outside if we don't want to break everything in here.
The knight is honored, and bows to his adversary's wisdom.
Wait for me here, Sybil. I won't be long.
Vamos lutar aqui então agora. Vamos ver aí, galera, se eu vou conseguir ganhar desse cara. Eu já lutei com ele, já joguei, né? Como vocês sabem aí. É bem difícil de
Knight
lutar com
hopes
ele.
that his adversary will not hold back his blows.
Oh, you can count on it.
É, já. Ah! Que coisa! Vamos de novo. Agora vai dar, hein? Ah, não. Não deu certo. Ah, miserável. Ele não deixou nem eu me levantar. Não. Ei, já era. Ah, não. Fui pro saco. Vamos de novo. Vira um pouco, senão vou ter pouco espaço ali. Ah, não! Que miserável! Vamos de novo. Ah, tá, não era pra fazer isso aí, cara. Eu apertei, galera, pra esquivar e não foi. Mas melhorou, melhorou. Com a espada não vai rolar. Tira a vida demais. Vamos lá pra não perder o espaço. Ele quer me matar agora? Não vai dar não, cara. Ai, não. Ah, cara. Vacilei nessa, galera. Vacilei. Vamos outra. Ele derruba o cara e não tem volta. Não tem volta quando cai. Não, sai fora. Ah! tão rateando. Agora a máquina já decorou como é que eu jogo. Aquele chute dele que é um perigo. Sai daqui com esse teu chute. Só a imagem da mulher ali, né? Se afasta daqui com esse seu chute.
The knight has never before battled an adversary with such power, and he believes that he could be that which is needed to change the course of this war.
You fight pretty good yourself.
O cara luta, hein, galera? Luta pra caramba. Eu sofri. Sofri. Onde aprendeu essas técnicas?
Where did you learn your moves? I can't believe you learned to fight like that in this backwater.
The knight has traveled far and fought many battles. He has only lived in this village for a short time.
What are you doing in the middle of these swamps when you could be making a difference on the battlefield?
The knight has fought a great many battles, but he feels he can be more useful protecting those who have nothing left.
Beleza.
I have to go. I'm glad we could test each other's mettle. It was fun.
Before his adversary rushes off to fight other battles, the knight has a question for him. He wishes to know if the freeborn blades would like him to join them.
I'm not the one who decides who joins the company, but I can ask the captain for you.
He has thought long on it, and wishes it would be so.
Well, that's great. I'll ask him, but I can't promise you anything.
Beleza. Beleza. Agora a gente pode pegar ele pra lutar, né? Ele vai junto com a gente. O cara luta pra caramba. Foi sofrido, foi sofrido. Vamos entrar aí? Eu vou investir meus pontos aí. Daqui, galera, a gente continua no próximo vídeo. Calma aí. O que eu ganhei aqui? Flecha de balestra? Não sei o que tem aqui pra mim. Tenho 3 pontos aqui pra mim pôr. Gasta menos componente em fabricar trampas. Isso aqui é importante. Muito importante. Aqui aumenta, né, a vida. Não vou pôr agora ainda. Tá tranquilo por enquanto. Reunir 40 vezes componente de inimigos. Eu não tenho ainda. Então eu vou pôr aquela das trampas. Cadê as trampas agora? Dano com balestra, olha só. Mais 30%. Tem que matar inimigo. Precisa 2 pontos aqui. Dano de trampa, mais 50%. 50%. Onde que tá? Aqui eu ia pôr. Gasta menos componente em fabricar outros componentes. Isso aqui também é importante. Gasta menos componente em fabricar flecha explosiva. Vou fazer essa aqui já, ó. Beleza. E agora, né? O nosso nível. Agora eles caem no chão com ataque e sobrou 1 ponto. Tempo de carga de assalto menos 25%. Beleza. Daqui a gente vai continuar no próximo vídeo. Eu vou sair pra fora, né, pra salvar, pra não precisar pôr de novo aí. Daqui eu vou encerrar e continuar no próximo. O tempo de vídeo, galera, vai ser todos entre 1 hora, 1h10, 1h20, certo? Daqui a gente vai continuar no próximo vídeo. A gameplay sensacional, como puderam ver. É isso aí. Valeu e até o próximo episódio.